one day excel another?
So we asking the question, right? Why does one day excel another day, right? What makes another day better than the next, right? Read.
When as all the light of every day in the year is of the sun.
It's still the same sun every day, right? Come on.
By the knowledge of the Lord.
By the who?
By the knowledge of the Lord.
Read.
They were distinguished.
He said by the knowledge of the Lord, he said he distinguished days. God said, I done that, right? But man like to put their own twist on it and say, no, we're going to do it like this, right? Read.
And he altered seasons.
He what?
And he altered seasons and feasts.
Read.
Some of them have he made high days.
Some days God said he made high days, right? Days I want you to keep. Read.
And hallowed them. And some of them he made ordinary days.
He said some of them he made ordinary days. So what's an ordinary day? People like to celebrate Christmas. People like to celebrate Thanksgiving, Easter, birthday, all that stuff. God said them ordinary days. He said them not the days we're supposed to be keeping. The days we're supposed to keep is right here in this Bible when we read in Leviticus chapter 23. Specific, right? The Bible is being very specific in who it's referring to, right? World churches have made this, they made this like a world book, but it ain't a world book, right? You got things in this book that really specific talk about these things right here.
That's right.
It ain't happening to everybody, it happened to one group of people. Now, give me Deuteronomy 28:68. How your people get over here to the shores of America? How we get over here? Slave ships, right? Now, we can read that right out of the Bible. There's a reason why they don't teach us these things, but they don't want you waking up, knowing that you are the children of God. Come on.
That's right. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
He said, I'm going to bring you back into Egypt again. He's talking to these people right here you see on this sign. He said, you're going to go back into Egypt again, but not how the way you went in the first time, right? This was going to be different. Read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
He said, I'm gonna bring you back into Egypt again, or back into slavery again, because when the Israelites was in Egypt the first time, they was what? Slaves, right?
That's right.
Read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
He said, this time you're going by the way there with ships, right? These people right here, you see what these signs at, right? You see these people, they went by slavery on the way there with ships, right? Look at this sign. This happened to our people. They came and got us off the shore of the west coast of Africa and all that. It took us throughout the four corners of the earth. That's why you see us everywhere in the earth. You'll see us in Europe. You'll see us in the Caribbean. You'll see us, and you see our people in Asia and on that continent. You see us everywhere. How's that? Because these ships took us and scattered us throughout the four corners of the earth. He's being very specific who he's talking about. Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
So as Moses was speaking it, right? They ain't want to hear him, but Moses was speaking it and it happened. Because you look at us today, it happened to us, right? We over here today. History can prove that happened to us as well. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
He said we ain't gonna see it no more again. We ain't gonna see our homeland no more again when we get on them slave ships and they take you throughout the four corners of the earth. He said you weren't gonna see it no more again. That's why a lot of people think they're from, a lot of people say they're from Africa, right? Well, which country in Africa, right? A lot of people don't know where we come from, right? They don't know these things, right? Read that.
And there ye shall be sold.
He said, when you get off them ships, you're gonna be what?
And there ye shall be sold.
I said, when you get off them ships for disobeying me, he said, I'm gonna allow you to be sold. Right, read.
Unto your enemies.
To your enemies. So what group of people came and got us? Who? Them white folks did that to us, right? And God said that they are our what? He said that they're our enemies. A lot of our people be trying to love these people, or whatever the case may be, which the scriptures say be at peace with all men, but he's showing you that these people are your enemies. These are the ones that hate you. These are the ones that create laws, right, to keep you oppressed. These are the ones that come and police your neighborhoods and come and shoot us down, right? And they try to find themselves not guilty or whatever, right? Read.
Exactly. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
For slave man and slave woman, right? Because the woman was being sold right there with the man, along with the children, right? Right down there, you've been downtown on Auction Street. That was happening right down there on Auction Street, right? You reading this well. You read this stuff right out of the Bible, right? Showing you that this stuff happened to our people, and we are the Israelites according to the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? Read it.
And no man shall buy you.
No man was going to be able to come and redeem us up out of this captivity, right? A lot of men tried, right? But it ain't happened yet. Why? Because the Lord, hey, He allowing us to go through these afflictions until we wake up, right? And start to understand and realize those sins that we committed against Him. Like what sin? What sin? What you think sin is?
Just go up and ask him the same. Look it up.
Huh?
What's going on?
How you doing, bro? What sin? What sin? What you think sin is?
I mean, I look at it like it's dislike.
Dislike. All right, what you say?
Sin is look it up. Just something that we was born with, you know.
Okay. Well, we are okay. Let's get what sin is. Let's see what God says it is.
up.
All right, read this.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 3 and verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin,
Whosoever commits sin, right? Because the topic is sin. All right, read.
transgressive also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
God says sin is the breaking of His laws, right? So what are some of God's laws? Because they ain't teaching it in church, right? So our people don't know, right? So what are some of God's laws we breaking?
Look it up. Stealing.
Stealing,
Lying.
adultery, all these things, right? Lying, right? Even the days that we worship, right? A lot of our people don't know what days to worship. The brother was trying to go over it earlier, right? The Sabbath day, right? You ever heard about the Sabbath day? How we supposed to keep it?
Look it up.
Who? This day's supposed to be separate from all other days.
That's
what it means to be the Sabbath day, which is from sundown until sundown. Man came along and changed it and said, no, it's from what did he say? 12 midnight is another day. But what's the difference? You can't tell no difference because at 12 what's the difference from 11:59 and 12 in the morning? What's the difference? Ain't no difference, still dark, right? So that's why God, when you read in the scriptures in Genesis, say you tell the time from day until evening until morning, until morning, right? That's a day according to God. But He don't teach that. Read that again.
It's the book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin, transgressive also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
God says sin is the transgression of His laws, the breaking of His laws. Like a lot of our people today out here in the midst of sin, they don't even know it, right?
What club was that at?
Admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
With the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
Sirach 33 and 7.
Bring it up. Bring it out.
Right? Sirach 33 and verse 7. Read this. Come on. You got me? Sirach 33 and verse 7.
The book of Sirach, chapter 33 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
Why doth one day excel another?
So he asking a question, right? Why does one day excel another day, right? What makes another day better than the next, right? Read.
When as all the light of every day in the year is of the sun.
It's still the same sun every day, right? Come on.
By the knowledge of the Lord.
By the who?
By the knowledge of the Lord.
Read.
They were
He
distinguished.
said by the knowledge of the Lord, He said He distinguished days. God said, I done that, right? But man like to put their own twist on it and say, no, we're going to do it like this, right? Read.
And He altered seasons.
He what?
And He altered seasons and feasts.
Read.
Some of them have He made high days.
Some days God said He made high days, right? Days I want you to keep. Read.
And hallowed them. And some of them He made ordinary
He
days.
said some of them He made ordinary days. So what's an ordinary day? People like to celebrate Christmas. People like to celebrate Thanksgiving, Easter, birthday, all that stuff. God said them ordinary days. He said them not the days we're supposed to be keeping. The days we're supposed to keep is right here in this Bible when we read in Leviticus chapter 23.
That's
You
right.
understand what I'm saying? Now, give me Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. What's your question?
I'm still listening.
All right, Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8.
The book of Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Remember the Sabbath day.
God said, remember the Sabbath day, right? Because our people forgot, right? We don't understand what the Sabbath day is. We think we're supposed to go to church on Sundays, right? When they brought us over here in them slave ships, they destroyed us, right? They pushed that Christianity upon our people and destroyed our minds, right? Read.
And keep it holy.
He said, keep it holy, right? How do we keep this day holy? Because holy means to be what? Holy means to be separate, right? God said this day's supposed to be separate from all other days. This ain't supposed to be like no regular day. All right, read.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
God said, I gave you 6 days to take care of all your business, right? You got what? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. He said, take care of all your business, right? Read.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
He said, the 7th day, right? He said, this is the Sabbath. I don't want you doing that on the Sabbath. He gonna say it, read.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
He said, we ain't supposed to do what?
Any work.
So we ain't supposed to be working upon this day, right? We ain't supposed to be doing it upon this day. Now, we're in the land of our captives, right? Everybody can't get off, right? But you got to make every effort you can to try to keep these days holy, like you said, do. Because this is what got us in the position we in now, right? At the bottom of society because we didn't obey God, right? So God allowed these nations to come upon us like a belt, right? Just like with children, right? I always tell brothers this with children. You got children, your children don't do what you say, what happens? They get that belt, right? You're gonna get that whooping. The same thing God said he do with his children, right? But God said, I'm gonna send men and I'm gonna let them allow you to take you into slavery. That's right. And do you bad, right? Until you start acknowledging those offenses that you committed against me. Right? He never had that question like why he allow us to go into slavery and not the Chinese man, not the white man, not the Arab man, right? Because believe it or not, all of those nations had us in slavery, right? When you look up the sub-Saharan slave trade with the Arab man, right? The Chinese had us in slavery, right? All nations had their hand in destroying God's people. Right? But a lot of our people don't understand that to this day. But that's why we come out here to get answers. Right? Read.
In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gate.
So nobody's supposed to be working upon this day. God said that this day is separate. Right? We ain't supposed to be doing that, right? And we're supposed to keep it on Saturday, which is today. Right? From Friday sundown until Saturday sundown is his Sabbath day. That's how we're supposed to keep it holy. But hey, churches came in. Hey, what's the scripture in Daniel? Is it Daniel when they changed times and laws? Daniel 7 and 25. Give me Daniel 7 and 25. Look at what he said about them. Daniel chapter 7 verse 25. The Bible got all of the answers, right? Everything that's going on in the world today, you can read it right here in the Bible. Read.
It's the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
He said that this man gonna speak great words against the Most High. Come on.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
How did they wear the saints of the Most High out? Because who are the saints? Because church, what churches tell you, like the people that's sitting up in them churches or whatever, they the saints or whatever, right? Give me the saints whole list. Don't go nowhere. Give me Psalms 140. What is it? 148 and 14. Let's see who the saints is. All right. Psalm chapter 148 and verse 14. Read.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 148 and verse 14. He also exalteth the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel.
Who are the saints? Who are the saints? He just said it. Read it again.
He exalteth the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel.
Who are the saints? Us, right? The children of Israel. All right, go back. Start at the top on the top. Come on.
It's the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
This man, he spoke great words against God, right? Read.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
So how did he wear the saints of the Most High out, the children of Israel? Look at these signs. He wore us out in slavery, right? Beat us down, right? And today, we are people that walking out here void of understanding. We don't understand nothing. Our people don't understand what nothing going on with nothing but wickedness, right? Read.
And think to change times and laws.
This man changed times and laws, right? This man that said the day don't start, the day don't go from evening to evening no more. Now he said the day starts at 12 o'clock midnight, right? Every 12 o'clock midnight, that's when it starts a new day, right? Ain't no difference in, like I said earlier, 11:59 and 12 o'clock. Still dark, right? Read.
And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time.
Read it again from the top.
It's the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
This man, he spoke great words against him. He spoke great things against his Bible, right? And he wore us out in slavery. So our people have forgotten who they are. Give me Jeremiah 17 and 4.
Bring it out.
Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. Read that.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage.
He told Jeremiah, even you yourself, Jeremiah, right? You're going to discontinue from your heritage, right? Because a heritage is what? What's a heritage?
where legacy or family member.
Right. Somewhere where you come from, right? Come on.
Bring it up.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.